Kindly watch this video.
What did you do? What did you do?
Me. She is
Did me? I came and
This was your counter.
I came with weight. I came with weight.
Counter girl. She is hitting me. She is hitting me.
I don't have a video of where this problem all started from, but let's start analyzing it from what we have, where she started having an altercation with the cabin crew. A lot of people are not talking about the unprofessional conduct of this cabin crew stopping this young girl from onboarding the airplane. No matter what must have happened mid-air, it is expected for an airline to have taught their cabin crew on how to manage passengers' misdemeanor. Now, for this cabin crew to have behaved this way, it's either she did not pass through training or she went through the back door. Secondly, you don't even know the mental state of this young girl on board. What if she decides to pick up something from inside the aircraft and hit you from behind, then you fall and something critical happened to you? What would you do just because you're trying to prove a point? The next clip I'm going to be playing is where one of the security team, perhaps the one on camera, was telling others that they should not manhandle her, that he's got everything on tape. Meanwhile, while she was being manhandled and where her clothes was torn, nobody saw that. They decided to skip that part and posted the part where she was reacting. It was obvious they were up for something. They were gaslighting her to make her show herself, and she, being a mumu that does not know how to conduct herself in public, she started tearing up. The security team haven't known that they've got it all on tape. Now they decided to keep all recordings for evidence. Now the reason why I'm analyzing this thing, because there's a similar scenario that happened at our airport where a so-called VIP did the same thing. I'm not saying what she has done is right, but let's put these two things side by side. In the case of KWAM, now some people are trying to bring ethnic coloration into this stuff. Now it is not a case of ethnicity or whatever. Now it is a case of the class and the have-nots. Now in the case of this young girl, she was given a speedy trial, which is good. She was sentenced to prison immediately and taken to Kirikiri prison. But that of KWAM, who committed similar crime and even worse, because he was standing in front of an aircraft stopping the passengers from flying who were already on board. Now imagine if he had gotten into the plane, he would have maybe caused accident. Now the pilot decided to move the plane, and you could see KWAM running away in order not for the aircraft engine to suck his head and put him at the other side. Now his own is even more riskier. I was expecting a similar thing to happen to KWAM, but they just gave him 6 months no flying ban. The essence of my submission is not whether she's been punished for a crime. Of course she has committed a crime and she should be made to serve the essence of a punishment. Now what if the table were turned? If she were to be a VIP, the security details that handled her just like the way they handle her, would they have handled her that way? Of course, if you look at KWAM, he was given a part in the race. They were just apologizing to him. They made him to leave. He did not serve a day even in police station. He just went home. Then few days later he apologized and life goes on. And don't be surprised that you see KWAM flying in a private jet going for his shows like nothing happened. Nigeria is a country that has got so much laws. Nigeria is not actually a lawless country. Of course there are laws, but the laws are just selective. There are people that the law are meant to deal with hammer, while there are some other people that if they commit similar crime, what they do is just tap them at the back and say, please don't do it again. EFCC, for instance, when Obasanjo was setting up EFCC, it was with the primary motive of arresting economic and financial corruption, especially from the government coffers. But today, you and I know that EFCC has been transformed to Yahoo Boys CC, because what they do most is to arrest Yahoo Boys. How many politicians will you see EFCC going to their house to arrest? If they are going to any politician's house to arrest him, it will be a case of maybe vendetta coming from the government if that politician has spoken against the government of the day. But so long as you are aligning with the government of the day, nothing is going to happen to you. Let's look at the case of Yaya Bello, for instance. Imagine EFCC was begging him to come. He went to EFCC office, still nothing was done to him. He was going to EFCC office. He went with a serving governor. We've heard of cases whereby EFCC will go to a young man's house in the middle of the night. They will use hammer and break the door and come inside without any search warrant, just on the basis of suspicion, or someone would have given them a hint that you are into Yahoo or whatever. Whether you like it or not, the laws of Nigeria is meant for two individuals. One is those I will categorize under the common man, and the other one is for the VIP, until our laws are made to be strengthened beyond individuals, such that nobody is greater than the law. Then Nigeria will start moving. Alright guys, consider to like this video and subscribe to our channel. I'll see you next time.